Good morning and welcome to the video. It has been a long time since I made a YouTube video. Last and only video I made was my grocery haul. So today's gonna be a quick one. It's a rest day for me, but I'm gonna go to the grocery store and I'm going to show you my current diet. Throughout the video, I am also going to tell you the 4 biggest changes that I made in my marathon training to PR 42 minutes. So my initial marathon was 4 hours 19 minutes. My second one was 3:37. So I'm going to tell you what I did that worked for me, and I'm going to pick up some groceries and go over them, show you what supplements I'm taking, keep you guys updated, and yeah, let's do it. Enjoy the rest day. It's beautiful out today. Let's do it. I am going to start and tell you guys the first big change in my marathon prep that I made. Number 1, music. I always used to listen to music when I ran. I could not run without music, and that becomes a distraction. What I found was I was distracting myself from actually enjoying the run. So I was taking my mind off of it. And it came to the point where if something went wrong with the music, my headphones died, my playlist got messed up, and I'm running, then it would set me back. I wouldn't want to run. For example, on marathon day, the first marathon where I was still listening to music, I set my playlist and I'm running, and for some reason, the playlist just repeated the same 5 songs for the entire marathon, and I had it strapped to my arm and I didn't want to take it off and slow down and stop and have to fix the playlist, so I just listened to the same 5 songs for 4 hours. And I realized, listen, this is annoying. I can't be relying on music. I want to learn to enjoy the process, not distract myself from it. So from the start of Buffalo marathon prep until now, I do not listen to any music. I have not listened to any music. No headphones when I run, no phone, just me and my thoughts. And to be honest, I love it. I never thought I would. Now I think of running with music and I'm like, I can't do it. So that's the first change in marathon prep. All right, we are ready to go to the supermarket. No, we are not. Stand by. The amount of times that I forget the bags because they no longer give you plastic bags at the supermarket, and I wind up having to buy a whole bunch, I can't even count. Every single time. I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that. Yes, while we're here, I'll go over number 2 of things that I changed during marathon prep. Speed work. In my first marathon prep, did very little speed work. And when I did speed work, it did not have intention to it. So I trained myself through my first marathon prep, and I really wouldn't recommend that. If you're newer, which I trained myself through my half marathon, but that's like night and day compared to marathon training. So the second one, I got my coach, Jeff Cunningham, and he programs speed work with great intention, and it gets your body used to moving for long distance at a faster pace, basically. So I really did not do much speed work in my first marathon prep, and when it came time for the marathon, I was like shocked when I tried to pick up my pace. I definitely felt it. Definitely was pretty brutal. As my coach says, if you train to jog, then you're gonna race to jog, and that's basically what I was doing, which was another problem. I was running my easy runs way too slow. And that definitely held me back. Admit that you don't know it all. Ask for help from someone who does, and you will see great results. So number 2, the biggest thing was speed work, essential in marathon training. But yes, time to go to Whole Foods and pick up my grocery haul. I haven't done this in a while, and I never did this at Whole Foods. I don't know how they are recording, so see what I could film while I'm in there sneakily. But as soon as I get home, I'll go through the entire list of groceries that I usually get. It's pretty much the same things all the time, very simple. I think I'm gonna make a steak tonight. Ribeye. Sounds good. Just got out of Whole Foods. It was kind of hard to record in there, but got all my essentials. Gonna bring that home and go over everything. We are stocked. I'm hyped. I am still a firm believer that you can tell a person's character by if they return the cart back. Just return the cart back. It's not that hard. But while I got you here, let's go over number 3 of biggest changes that I did in this marathon prep as opposed to my first. Lifting legs. I went very, very light on legs in my first marathon prep. And while I don't know if there's any correlation between that and my legs dying out in the marathon, I went a lot more moderate and heavier this time around, and my legs felt completely stronger while running. There's mixed reviews on whether lifting legs helps you reduce the risk of injury or helps you run stronger. I felt a lot better lifting legs very consistently and hard as opposed to when I kind of took it easy because I thought that would benefit me more. My personal opinion, take it as you will. Now we go home. We still do this all in one trip, except I need my other hand. So I'm gonna leave the camera in the car and I will come back for you because I don't want to drop it. So technically we're doing 2 trips. I'll be right back. I'm back. Now, I just got home and this could not have come at a better time. I'm so hyped. Hold on. My package has arrived, my monthly BPN package. So we're gonna go dive into that, go through that, show you everything I'm taking. Okay, so just unloaded all my groceries. Everything I have here is, give or take, everything I usually get from the supermarket, what I consume on a weekly basis. There might have been a couple things I didn't pick up because I have enough, but I'm gonna go through them right now. Let's start. All right, so first let's start with the carbohydrates. I eat a ton of fruit. As you can see, I have all my fruit right there. Watermelon, mango, cantaloupe, honeydew, pineapple, the best. The only thing I don't have there is berries. I didn't pick any up, actually completely forgot. So those are a staple in my diet. Next, we got some apples here. Apples are a staple in my diet as well. As for food, carbohydrate sources, actual food, jasmine rice. I like this brand, organic jasmine rice. Throw it in the microwave, mix it up, nice, quick, easy. Now, I eat a lot of baby red potatoes. I usually dice them up, season them, throw them in the air fryer, have that with my steak, my burgers, whatever I have. Some local raw honey. Dave's Killer Bread, the best bread. The only bread that I will consume is Dave's Killer Bread. These are the English muffins. Usually have these in the morning, start the day right. And these are a hot commodity on the shelf. Very hard to get. Every time I go, they're sold out. But when they're there, pick them up. Dave's Killer Bread buns, because I use those with my burgers. That covers it for my carb sources. Very simple, like I said. Potatoes, rice, fruit, and sometimes bread. Let's go to the proteins and fat sources. We have ground bison. This is one of my favorites. It's about 90% lean, 10% fat. Along with that, some organic ground beef, 85-15. I used to try to stay away from fatty meats, but after the research that I've done, I actually prefer higher fat in my meat. Tonight, I'm making myself a ribeye, so I'm looking forward to that. Throw that on the grill. Pasture-raised large brown eggs, organic, non-GMO, and I mix them, usually make a nice little omelet with some uncured center cut bacon, no preservatives. Now, how do I spice all this stuff up? Well, this company called Primal Kitchen has all different sources of sauce, ketchup, dressings, and the reason that I like them is because they do not use seed oils. Very good, highly recommend. Ketchup is great, tastes like regular ketchup to me. Some might differ in opinion with that. I don't know, I like it. The chipotle lime is amazing. Rice, ground beef, mix this on top. Oof. When I make my tacos, healthy tacos, throw this on top. Oh my God, cannot go wrong. So like I had said, everything is very simple. Now, I don't want people to take it as me saying counting macros is bad or you have to eat this way. You do not have to eat this way, and I'm not promoting it to say this is the way to do it to get ripped. No. What happened with me is I've been experimenting for years with different ways of eating. I counted macros for the better half of 4 years, and it's exhausting. And while counting macros is great when you want to reach a goal, to live like that daily is not ideal. So I don't recommend staying on a macro counting plan for life. You know, it's very restrictive. It's mentally exhausting. I just remember at the end of the day, if I'm low on carbs or fats and I'm high on another one, I'm bugging out because I want to hit that number. And it's just, for what? You know, you learn after a while. It's definitely a good starting point. You learn after a while of counting macros how to eye up portion sizes. So now it helps me to know what a portion size looks like. And I don't need to really weigh it. And I know performing at the level I am, weightlifting and running, my body needs fuel. So I intuitively eat. I could kind of feel at the point when I need more of something or less of something, and I kind of just adjust as I go. What I also found with counting macros was after I'd eat, I'd be looking to eat something else because I'm still hungry. This lifestyle that I'm on now, I'm not craving junk food. I don't binge eat. I don't crave a cheat day. I'm very satisfied after I eat, and that's why I like it. And I feel good in the gym, and I feel good on my runs. So if it works for me, I'm going to stick with it. And this is the first time in a very long time that I'm like pretty much 100% happy with my diet and no complaints. Now also, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, doing a lot of research, And the reason I chose this route is because I'm learning the harmful effects of seed oils in the diet. Now, you could do your own research on it and see for yourself, but basically they're in everything that we eat. Sunflower oil, canola oil, everything that we eat, they're hidden there somewhere. The studies on them are showing more and more how harmful they are, and I'm on a path to completely cut them out of my diet. Now, do I have cheat meals? Do I enjoy? Yes. I'm not to the point where I'm never going to have pizza, or I don't want a regular burger and fries, or I'm not going to go out to eat with friends or family on holidays. I still enjoy myself, but majority of the time, this is what I'm eating. Give it a shot. Do your own way of eating. It doesn't have to be red meat. It could be whatever your preference is, but give it a shot. I highly recommend paying attention to those ingredient labels and seeing what's really in it and eliminating that from your diet, and you'll start to feel better right away. Let's talk about supplements. Now, many of you know I am a BPN athlete, and I highly recommend their products. And that's not just because I was an ambassador and because I'm an athlete. I liked their products way before I was ever affiliated with them. Reason being, I worked in the supplement industry for a couple of years, and I got a real good taste of the non-transparency of companies that are out there. And I found BPN, and I loved what they do with their products. Third-party tested, banned substance free, so if you're an athlete at a high level being drug tested, or military, first responder, it's good because you're not going to pop on a drug test, and they're completely transparent about everything. Right now I'm going to show you a few staples in my supplement routine, and I'll tell you why I use them. It's actually perfect that my monthly pickup came in today. Oh man, can never have too many of these hats. If you follow me on social media, you see that this is my go-to running hat, the endurance hat. All right, first, I had to re-up on that whey protein. I always change up the flavor. This time I got milk and cookies. Great protein, great tasting, 88% whey protein, 12% casein. So casein's a slower digesting protein. That's good for nighttime, keeps you full, lets your body use that over a longer period of time. Also, it's good for cooking, so you can make your different recipes with that. Can never have too many shaker bottles. Next, Flight pre-workout, the best. I love my pre-workout. This is the pink lemonade flavor. Can we see? Can we focus in camera? Yeah, pink lemonade flavor. Best. Love that. It gives you a nice rush of energy, but you're not tweaking out, scratching your face. It's not one of those, because I never really was a fan of that, but the energy that I get from this is great. And we stack that up with Endo Pump. Great mix is the blackberry lemonade with the pink lemonade Flight. This is a pump enhancer. Mix that together, and the pump and energy and focus you get while you're lifting is like no other. So, highly recommend. And Field Bars. This is the best snack on the go, pre-workout snack, whatever you want to use it for. This is great. Their ingredients in this product are amazing, and it's you can actually see it in the bar, which is awesome. Well, they use peanut butter, honey, dates, peanuts. Oh man, it's just so good. You want to have like 17 of them, but take your time with them. One a day is good. Now back to pre-workouts. I stack creatine with my pre-workout every day. 5 grams, 1 scoop. To me, I just feel like it gets delivered to my muscles better when I put it in a pre-workout, and then I go break down the muscles. Don't know if that's true. I've never looked that up. That's my own theory. Take it as you please. But yeah, you can take this at any time. It's unflavored. I take it on off days as well, every day. Creatine is the most studied supplement there is. Peak Sleep, relatively new product from BPN. So this you take about 30 to 45 minutes prior to going to bed. Now, for someone like me, some days I have a lot on my mind, I have trouble falling asleep, I'm tossing and turning, or I have trouble staying asleep and I wake up. I started taking this stuff and helps you wind down while you're going to sleep. And then I realized that I had less disturbances while I was sleeping. I wasn't waking up, which essentially leads to a better recovery because then you're getting the proper sleep cycles, deep sleep, REM sleep, and light sleep. So I highly, highly recommend. You could have it cold, but what I like to do is make it hot. The chocolate flavor tastes like hot chocolate. Mix it up, sip on it, go to sleep. Feel amazing in the morning. You will not feel groggy either. That's not the kind of sleep supplement that it is. Last but not least, which is kind of going to transition me into the fourth biggest change that I made in marathon prep. So let's start. Electrolytes. Let me tell you, I was someone who believed salt is bad, sodium is bad. No. I learned my lesson big time. Before my marathon, you know what, one sec. I gotta look at you guys while I talk about this. Before my marathon, last one, the first one, I never consumed electrolytes, ever. I saw sodium and I was like, no, it's bad for you. It's really not bad for you. All I would do is drink water, which is great, but what happens when you drink too much water is you're flushing out your electrolyte stores, essentially leading to dehydration of your muscles. What happened to me is exactly that. 2 days leading up to the marathon, I chugged 2 gallons of water, no electrolytes. At mile 20 of that marathon, my quad cramped up. It locked, it was convulsing, it was a disaster, painful, an experience I never want to experience again. So I started to listen to people who know what they're talking about and admit that I don't know everything and there's always something to learn. So I started to consume daily electrolytes. So on a daily basis, let's say I have a gallon of water, 25% of that is going to be with electrolytes. So I'll have the 32 ounce of water with electrolytes, and then the rest of my water for the day will just be regular water. On the days where I train, especially in this heat in the summertime, I may double up. You're sweating, you want to replenish your electrolytes. Which leads me to the next thing, G1M Sport. Now, I won't have this on any days where I'm not training that intensely or long. I use G1M Sport for runs that are going to be more than an hour, hour 20, or a speed workout. On my long runs, I will hold a hand bottle and sip on G1M Sport throughout. I may have a scoop prior, usually do. I mix it with a scoop of electrolytes. Or, which a lot of people ask me about, let's say it's a day where I'm gonna run and then lift right after, and I don't have time for a meal in between, I'll mix in a scoop of G1M Sport in my pre-workout. So, what G1M Sport is, 20 grams of carbohydrates from cluster dextrin, which is a fast-acting carbohydrate. It basically goes into your stomach and your body uses it immediately to restore your glycogen levels in your body. Very good. And it has 350 milligrams of sodium from pink Himalayan sea salt. So it is a very vital drink as any type of athlete, in my opinion, especially runners. So highly recommend. Don't make the mistakes that I did. That's why I try to educate everybody on the mistakes that I did and help you not be me. guys, so that was a relatively short video. I'm gonna start trying to be more active on here. Leave a comment letting me know what you guys want to see me post next. A full day of eating, full day of training, what my breakdown of my training looks like, whatever you guys want. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, subscribe here, hit all the links to my supplements below, and stay consistent. Let's go.